If you are having a joyful moment, there is no vibrational difference between you and you. You are so in sync. You're in this physical body, but you have set up no vibrational hindrance or resistance. And so you've got full flowing of the wholeness of all that you are flowing through you in this moment. And you're clear-minded, you're on point, you're vital and alive. Your mind is clicking, your body is clicking, the cells of your body are benefiting. You are thinking of things just at the right time. Your timing is exceptionally good. The lyrics to the song you are writing are flowing through you. The music is moving through your body in a remarkable way. The intelligence that you have been seeking, the mass consciousness that surrounds you, is now actively available to you, and the ideas will flow to you now. And even more important than any of that is that your rendezvous point with all aspects of the universe, whether it is thought or behavior of others or conversation with others or people in traffic or the way people treat you in the financial world or the way your waiter treats you, everything that you rendezvous with hinges upon your vibrational relationship with you see. So many people are walking around not even taking anything like that into consideration because it's mumbo jumbo and smoke and mirrors. Let's not ever talk about vibration. Let's just talk about manifestation. Physical humans say, let's just monitor it. Let's just observe what is. Let's make lists of it. Let's document it and pigeonhole it and make documentaries about it and statues and monuments about it. And let's keep what is alive, the manifestation as far as it's gone. Let's keep it alive in the minds of everyone who come, and we say, good luck on that, because those new ones coming in have a whole different vibrational mindset because they are up to speed with everything that you've been asking for. They're born MP3 ready. They are born understanding that they are vibration much more than you who have been focused upon the physical reality for so long. So the reason that we explode into your faces in this way with our enthusiasm for you accepting the relationship between you and you is because unless you know that this vibrational version of you and all that you've asked for exists, you cannot for a moment begin to understand why you would have any negative emotion. A woman said to us one day, Abraham, my lover left and now I'm sad. And we said, no, you're not. And she said, Abraham, my lover left and now I am sad. And we said, no, you're not. She said, Abraham, I thought you were infinite intelligence. I wasn't sad. My lover left and now I'm sad. I'm sad because my lover left. And we said, you are sad because in your relationship with that person, you have created a version of a relationship that really reflects and represents who you are and what you want and what you deserve. And you are using the behavior of some other person and the reality of the current status of your relationship as your excuse to focus in complete opposition with who you are. And that is why you're sad. You're sad. Your emotions are always and only ever about you disallowing who you are. And we know this person was right in the sense that this is my current reason, this is the current reaction that I'm having to life. But we want to suggest to you that while it is the most normal thing in the world to live in your world and to interact with those around you and to react or respond to what is happening, that if you will decide, rather than to be reactive, to be proactive, rather than react to what's happening, to let what happened cause you, and it will automatically, to take the bounce, because when you know what you don't want, you know what you do want every single time. There is this vibrational law that says to the degree that you don't want it, there is an equal degree to which you do want it. In other words, if you sort of don't like that, you sort of want something. But if you really, really, really don't like that, then you really, 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 really want something. It is always an equal and proportionate vibrational bounce. And if we can convince you today that the larger part of you took the bounce became rich, became clear, became healthy, became loved, became a lover, became clear-minded, became responsive to life, became valuable to your world. If you can hear us when we say that did happen, and that every bit of negative emotion that you feel is because you didn't let it happen for you yet, then you'll know what your guidance system is telling you. Then you'll bless negative emotion in the same way that Jerry blesses the bumps along the edge of the road that let him know that Esther's driving off of it. Well, the bumps don't bother Esther. She sort of thinks of them as a friend who will respond to her in every moment. Jerry sometimes gets lost back in the back of the bus, and Esther's up there all alone, but she's always got her bumps, who will always say, yes, Esther, we are aware of you as you are driving off into the bar pit. You have this guidance that is letting you know where you stand in every moment in relationship to who you have become. And those are the words that we really want you to hear. To who you have become. Not to a standard that someone else has set. Not even to the standard that you held when you made the decision to come, because it has evolved much further since you got here. To the standard of who you have become. And anything less than that will not feel good to you. Most people are focused upon what is and reacting to it. So you have to find a way that instead of reacting, you are proactively feeling about your body. Now here's the thing, and this really speaks to you as we were playing with these money cards, and we were suggesting that when you try to fix something from outside the vortex, you get nowhere. It just practices the pattern. So let's say that you are having a wonderful physical moment. It could be a sensual moment. It could be a moment that you're swimming. It could be a moment that you're lying in a comfortable place with the sun shining on your face. A comfortable moment in your body. And you're feeling glad to be alive. So now this is your proactive moment. I have such a wonderful body. And the cells of my body are so responsive to my good feeling. And I just love knowing that they know what to do. I love my good feeling body. I'm breathing deeply. I'm feeling good. I'm moving easily. In other words, just accentuating in your mind the aspects of your body from inside the vortex. That's how you shift the vibration. You proactively, deliberately shift the vibrational attitude that you have about your body. So now your shoulder might hurt, and let's say it hurts 3 or 4 times a day. But you could spend way more time than that inside the vortex looking for a moment. Jerry and Esther have really been getting the hang of this, and so they'll find themselves in a moment in a restaurant, or sitting off the side of the road to take a picture of something, or in the middle of a conversation where something feels particularly good, and they'll say, oh, let's back up and let's see if we can ferret out all of the reasons why this moment in time feels this good. Is it what we're smelling from the kitchen? Yeah, that's part of it. Is it the ambiance of this room? That's part of it. Is it because we just got the twice monthly recording finished and got it sent off and it felt so good to do it? Well, that's part of it. Why do I feel so good right now is the operative question. Why do I feel so good right now? Why do I feel so good right now? That's the question that you want to ask over and over and over and over. That's proactively shifting the vibration. And it won't take much of that at all. And one day you'll say, that just went away. I didn't even notice that it had gone away. But when you stop keeping it active, it has to go away. Because only what is active stays. Do all of your deliberate, affirming, scripting, creative, goal-setting work after you're sure you're in the vortex.
Okay.
So that you affirm the vibration you mean to affirm. So that you don't keep sore things sore for 10 years.
Yeah.
Does being deliberate about what you want feel hard to you? The reason we ask this of you is because we want you to reflect as we are moving forward today on this very important law-based knowledge that we hold. If you will make it a higher priority to feel your way forward, to feel into the vortex, you'll discover that then your thoughts will gravitate around that vibrational set point. And it won't feel hard to you. It's only hard to think this thought when this thought's active. And the reason it's hard to think this better feeling thought when this sore shoulder thought is active is because law of attraction's not helping you out at all. Law of attraction's dishing up to you thoughts that are in the vicinity of what's active. So you can sort of make an end run around this by deciding that you care how you feel, by acknowledging that the larger part of you feels better, by contemplating the possibility that this vortex exists, by contemplating the possibility that not only does it exist, but there's good stuff with your name on it in there swirling around with cooperative components, and just decide that you're going to just risk it and be happy for a little while. We know it's a really big price to pay. There's that sarcastic thing that never works for us. We just want you to consider the leverage of feeling your way in and then attempting to think. When you think before you get in there and then you say, oh, this thought doesn't feel good, I think I'll try to change it, it's really hard to do. But if you wake up and you feel pretty good and you go in the vortex and you milk it, in other words, if you would just make this one simple decision, today, I'm going to compliment as often as I can and praise as often as I can and focus upon positive aspects as much as I can, and I'm going to complain as little as possible. I'm going to point out errors and things going wrong as little as possible. In other words, just the difference between deciding that you're going to praise rather than criticize or compliment rather than complain. Say to yourself, any word that is a complaining word, I'm going to let out. Esther will be talking along and all of a sudden she'll just be quiet and Jerry will say, I thought you were going to say something, and Esther will say, it's better this way. It's better this way. In other words, just don't say it. Just don't say it. And as you stop saying it, it'll be less active. And as you stop engaging other people in conversation about it, it will be less active. Esther said, I am not going to complain about this anymore. And Jerry said, well, complaining about complaining is still complaining. And Esther said, you're so pretty. In other words, you just can't work your way out of that, can you? You just have to decide that you're going to find a way of feeling good about whatever it is that you're living in your life. And when you find a way of feeling good, it will resolve in a way that is pleasing to you. But if you keep focusing on it, once it gets off, it will just get more off and more off and more off and more off and more off until finally you come to a place where you make a decision that you're going to be the proactive, deliberate creator of your own experience, which means you're going to direct your thoughts into alignment with who you really are and what you really want and what you've already created, so that you then can live happily ever after. And not just because the manifestations catch up, but because it feels good to appreciate and it feels lousy to complain. Yes. We've enjoyed this interaction immensely. It is delicious to come together with those like you who are coming to know who you are. We really want you to know that from our vantage point, we see you here in this room as having moved in your emotional scale into the place where you are in the vicinity and in the vicinity and in your vortex. Watch for the evidence of that. The fastest way to make things that you've been wanting to happen is to not care that they haven't been happening. In other words, just lighten up, chill out, have more fun, be easier about it. There is great love here for you. And we remain, as always, eternally in the vortex.